Lesson 82, the Roman house.
So we talked a little bit about the word for house in Latin when we learned the adverb domi.
Right, that's the noun domus. We also know the word casa, which can mean house.
Right.
So we know two words that can mean house, right?
That's exactly so.
So Michael, why is it that we want to study the Roman house? What can we get out of it, both as students of Roman culture and as Latin speakers?
First, it's really important that when we learn Latin words, that we don't just learn about the definitions. Because, when I say house, in your mind, you probably think of the kind of house in the neighborhood that you live in. And it was the same for the ancient Romans. When they said casa, they had a certain kind of house in mind. When they said domus, they had a certain kind of house in mind. And so it can help us understand Latin and the Romans better if we can bring into our minds at least something that's more similar to what the Romans were thinking about.
So you're saying that studying Roman culture can give you a more accurate view of what Latin words mean?
Right. If we tried to study the Roman language and didn't know anything about Roman culture, we couldn't really say that we understood it.
So studying Roman culture will enrich your knowledge of the Latin language. And the other thing I wanted to say in this lesson is that by studying the structure and design of a Roman home, we can start to get to know what they called different names, and then we actually have names we can use for the rooms of our homes today. And so you can use those in conversation to talk to your family, and this will help you in your efforts to speak Latin.
So on the page here, we have the cutaway diagram of part of a rich aristocratic Roman's house. We can see that looks like there's some columns. We've got a pool of water to collect rain. So we're just starting to sort of build that mental image of what the difference between a contemporary home would be like and an ancient Roman home.
And over the next 10 or so lessons, we're going to dig deeper into what the different parts of this house are, what they're called, and how they function as well.
Right, so why don't we get to it?